First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, this your brother the Wild Bar from the branch of GMS here in Chicago. Coming right back at you with a little lesson. And as you see on my phone screen here, I got Pix 11 News. And it says, man, y'all see the word, on #1 subway train in Manhattan, NYPD. So here it is. You got a dude that's walking around sitting up here taking men, on a train, where people could walk in. And that's just letting you know, man, the times that we in. And if you see motherfuckers doing this shit now, how much more when all hell break loose? How much more when chaos is on the goddamn planet? How much more when you ain't got no goddamn cops running around? People are losing their goddamn mind, and this dude out here taking men on trains, And then there was a couple of other articles that the beloved Elder Malcolm will put up here in Chicago. It says, woman, look, I'm finna just pull out a couple. Florida man with trust no bitch tattoo accused of killing 74-year-old woman and kidnapping and taking her another overperceived depths of relatives, So here it is. This dude sit up here and took a 74-year-old woman, did what he did, and then kidnapped her, and then and took her life. Look at this dude, former Indiana politician John Sessup sentence for y'all. You see what it says? Assaulting his own daughter on her 21st birthday. Look at this. It says, don't kill a woman. You just permanently disfigured him. Man bought girlfriend flowers. It didn't show the whole thing, but here it is. This dude talking about just disfiguring women. And then this dude, road rage grandpa, runs down motorcyclist on live by pinning him against guardrail and with pickup. So this is Esau right here. But when you look at this guy right here that I'm going to show in this video, I don't know. I couldn't really tell what he is, but I'm going to sit up here and play the video. But this is letting you know the love of many waxing cold. But this also lets you know that people, look at the times we in. You still have law. You still have some sense of order. How much more when it ain't there? But I'm going to let this play and I'm going to grab a few scriptures.
Train has police asking for your help. We want you to take a second and look at your screen. Police say the man on your screen is wanted in connection to raping another man on the northbound 1 train. This happened this past Saturday at 4 o'clock in the morning. Police say this guy demanded money from a 27-year-old man sitting on the train after making some sexual comments. Then investigators say while the train approached the Christopher Street subway station, the suspect forced the victim to perform a lewd act, then got off the train. According to the NYPD crime stats, overall transit crime citywide is up by 25% compared to the same time last year. At the start of the year, Governor Hochul pledged to increase the presence of the NYPD on subways, including placing 2 officers on each train. Now, the NYPD is asking if you know who this man is, call police or your local precinct. In the West Village, in Kalorama, Pix 11 News.
So there you go, man. So this dude sitting up here doing what he doing. But I'm going to sit up here and grab a few scriptures. And it's kind of, if you, like here in Chicago, man, hey, we got the red line. And it's just been, the red line here has just been outrageous. I mean, every time you look up, if it ain't someone getting killed on there, somebody just doing some wicked ass shit on the red line. And I mean, when I say it done, how it done picked up in crime so hard. But I'm going to sit up here and get Luke chapter, Luke chapter 23 and verse 31. I'm going to start at 28. But the point is in 31. But Yahushua turning unto them said, daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but weep for yourselves and for your children. For behold, the days are coming in which they shall say, blessed are the barren and the wombs that never bear, and the pouch which never gave suck. And that's talking about them hard times that's coming. You got those women that was following Yahushua and they were crying. And he was like, hey, don't cry for me. It's about to be pure hell. coming. Y'all need to sit up here and cry for yourselves, cause it's about to be get rough out here. Then shall they begin to say to the mountains, fall on us, and the hills cover us. For if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in a dry? So my thing, when all hell is breaking loose in a green tree, when you seeing a lot of robbing, a lot of taking, a lot of assaults, murder, people just doing all sorts of wicked shit, the lewd acts and everything else that's going on, you still got some type of law. How much more when it's not there? You got this guy walking around on the train doing stuff, and I don't know if it might have been in the daytime and it might have been at nighttime. It doesn't matter. People still get on that train and can still see this guy doing this stuff. You know, these people don't care no more. You know, just like the dude that killed the tattoo dude that killed a 74-year-old woman and took her and kidnapped her and then and killed her. Or the guy who set up here and assaulted his 21st-year-old daughter on her birthday. These people don't give a damn. And they all look like Edomites. Now, this dude on the train, I couldn't really tell. I mean, really, he looked like a so-called black man, but then again, he looked sort of like a Ishmaelite. But I couldn't tell. But either way it does, it doesn't matter. You know, they doing this stuff in the green tree. How much more when it gets? I mean, how much more when it dries up? When it's a brown tree. But with that, let me sit up here and grab Matthew 24. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse. I'm gonna start at 7, but the point is in 12. But I'm gonna just start at 7. This is Matthew 24 and 7. For nation shall rise up against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. And you know what? I can't really start there. I gotta start at 3. This is Matthew 24 and 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciple came unto him privately, saying, tell us when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. You're going to have a lot of false prophets out here. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. And you hearing of wars, rumors of wars. You seeing what's happening in Gaza. You seeing what's happening over there in Palestine. You seeing all these things that's happening around the world. China and Taiwan could pick up at any moment. You seeing all these things happen, these wars and rumors of wars. And let's not even talk about America, aka Babylon the Great, just talking shit to everybody. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Famines, pestilence, earthquakes, you seeing all that stuff. Earthquakes has been on the uptick for quite some time, happening all over. You know, just not happened not too long ago. I don't remember exactly where it was, but I think it killed like 74 or 79 people or 80 people. You know, and I can't remember the place, so Salakia for that, but, you know, the earthquakes just been picking up everywhere. And you seeing up here seeing the pestilence, you know, they talking about all these new sort of things coming out that's causing sicknesses and problems. They even talked about the flesh eating sex organ disease that came out. I can't think of the name of it, but so much stuff is happening, man, that people just being stupid. But then it said all these are the beginning of sorrows. The beginning of sorrows. How much more when it picks up? Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And that's going to happen, and it's happening now. A lot of people are just sitting up here. You see a lot of people coming up and making videos about the Hebrew Israelites talking shit. And here it is, we're sitting up here telling you and warning you what's about to happen and how to get straight. And you got a problem. Fuck you. And this is Matthew 24 and 10. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many, which you seeing that. You are seeing a lot of these fake ass pastors and all these motherfuckers. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax closed. And that's the one I want to get to. Iniquity. The sin. I mean, a lot of sin in this world. A lot of wickedness going on. You know, and the love of many is waxing cold, and you seeing it. And you also seeing these Edomites sit up here resorting back to what they're going to be. You got that woman that was calling that little boy the N-word, you know. You got people giving her GoFundMe. You seeing a lot of the love of many is waxing cold. People don't give a fuck no more. You know, and then you got this dude on the train taking men. You know. And like I said before, how much more? If I'm not mistaken, about a year or so ago, I think in Atlanta, you had a group of men that was going around taking dudes. You know, they were a bunch of momos, and they were sitting up here messing around taking straight guys. You know, but this is what's going to come too. Hey, we always sit up here and say, you know, with the women, you know what's going to happen. You're going to have dudes out here, man, doing the same thing to other dudes, and that's just truth. That's just a fact. You know, I mean, when you think about it, when you go into the to Sodom and Gomorrah, look at Lot. They didn't even want his daughters. They wanted the angels. That's insane, man. I'm just gonna grab one more scripture and end it. But that's insane, man. You ain't even want to do daughters. You wanted the men. This second edge is 15:5. Behold, saith the Lord thy power, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. You got a lot of wicked motherfuckers out here, dude. You know? And it's just a matter of time, man, before, hey, all order, the chaos break out. You know? We seeing the food supply getting disrupted. We seeing the supply chain getting disrupted. We seen people losing their jobs left and right. UPS workers, government workers, DI, all these mugs, man. You know, how long would it be before the supply, the warehouse workers, the dock loaders, the truck drivers, all these things are falling right behind. It's just a matter of time. And people still going on in their day-to-day life like everything is okay. Doody, 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 doody. Got their head straight up their ass and in the sand. But this wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, man. You know, everything is about to come to a boil. You know, but this is just something short. You know, I happened to see that video, and I'm like thinking to myself, damn, this mother walking around taking men on the train, not even giving a fuck, and robbing them. Well, and robbed that one dude. I don't know how many other dudes he did it to, but I know just the one. But with that, hey, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. A lot of respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching this truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, hey, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So with that, I like to say Kwam Yasharella and Abba Ball and Anya Habatham Malakim. Shalom.